It's been 9 months since I started investing into S&P 500, and today we're gonna be looking how my investments have been doing. First up, S&P 500 is up 20% from the start of this year, and most of this growth comes from very tiny portion of companies. More specifically, a couple of tech giants, also called the Magnificent Seven, and we'll be checking out a couple of healthcare firms as well that have been doing spectacularly well. Amazon. The workers historically haven't been in the best of position when working at Amazon, but apparently the service is way too convenient for people to actually boycott the firm, so profits are up the roof once again. Microsoft. Second biggest company out there. They're really big in the AI space as well. Good partners with the ChatGPT creators, OpenAI. Most of Microsoft revenue comes from cloud storage and usage and office products, Excels and Words. Next up, Google, big boys. Absolutely dominant in the search category. Surprisingly, everyone uses Google, and because Google dominates search, they can show ads, and that's how they make money. But since AI possesses a possible threat to the search, Google has been also playing around with the AIs a lot. They had their bars, but it wasn't that great, and now they released Gemini, and that is supposed to be competing against OpenAI's ChatGPT version 4. Google released a very impressive demo video showing what the Gemini is capable of, but it turns out it was kind of edited and a bit of a faked video, so it remains to be seen how well it performs. And we continue with our AI train, Nvidia. During crypto booms, GPUs were used to mine crypto, but since that went bust and Ethereum now uses staking instead of the crypto mining, AI is the new big thing in GPU world. So Nvidia comes to the rescue once again and started to provide those. The business could be even bigger if US didn't sanction China and said they are not allowed to buy Nvidia's chips because they are afraid that China will misuse them or get ahead of US in the AI race. Meta. Doing actually fairly well as well. While Mark's metaverse dream didn't come into reality immediately as he was hoping, it has improved really dramatically over the past few years that it's been around. They had a pretty amazing interview with Lex Friedman in the VR space. There's a possibility that the metaverse is actually starting to pick up. I still don't like the VR headsets, but maybe they will introduce some sort of goggles that are not obnoxious to use. Revenue-wise, old people still love to use Facebook, millennials still love to use Instagram, and both of them love to see ads on both of those. So money comes in. Tesla has also risen from the blows of the start of the year, doing fairly well. Tesla have reduced prices of their cars, people still like their cars, and the new Cybertruck is now finally out. At least a few review copies have been doing rounds in the YouTube space, and the reviews have been mostly positive.
But I'm impressed with this. I'm impressed.
Apparently it's also not that profitable to make just yet, and it's fairly expensive. Probably the biggest threat, and also an asset, is Elon himself. For a while, he has been more interested in turning Twitter into Xitter. A while ago, he did an interview because he apparently positively commented on some pro-Hitler tweets on Twitter, then had to do some apologizing and what's going on, why he said that. After he forgot the interviewer's name and called him a friend.
So I will certainly not pander. And Jonathan, like, the only reason I'm here is because you are a friend.
Hey, first of all, I'm Andrew.
He also told Disney to
go yourself
if they're going to pull their ads from Twitter. Go Elon. Apple, the biggest company in the world. Everyone wants an iPhone, especially young people. Apple has also made Android users to pop up as green text bubbles when they text iPhone users, and iPhone users have that crisp blue bubbles. That makes all the difference apparently when it comes to young people and their preferences. Those poor Android users with their green bubbles getting bullied at schools and demanding their parents to buy them iPhones. this Danish company accidentally made a miracle drug. They're called Novo Nordisk. Originally, they designed a diabetes drug. At some point, they discovered that the same drug also helps weight loss. It works really well. Also, it helps people to get rid of addictions as long as you keep using it, which is kind of a downside. So it's gonna be super profitable for companies that making these drugs. Also, since its main use case is to treat diabetes, many diabetic, at least here in Finland, have had trouble getting their hands on the drug, since a lot of other people who just want to lose weight have been buying all the drugs from the stores. And how is this relevant to S&P 500? Well, Novo Nordisk is not listed at the S&P 500, but another huge pharma company, Eli Lilly, is listed at S&P 500. They figured out how to make the exact same drug, but just with their own name. Healthcare firms have fairly loose regulation in the US. Their stock has been rising really drastically. And it helps to boost the index. Let's see how well my investments have done. Hey, interesting. I now have 8 shares bought that are worth 3,584 euros. And I'm up 9.11%. Hey, that's really good. Current price of the ETF is 447 euros and 92 cents. I should have 10 of these shares bought, but 2 times the automatic buy order didn't go through because the price of the ETF was too high. So now I have 800 euros kind of sitting in the sidelines waiting, and I had to raise the amount of my monthly investment from 400 to 450 so that the goddamn buy order goes through. I've also been investing into other stuff. If you watch this video, you can see my awesome and very smart investments into NFTs. And if you hate NFTs, you can roast me in that video as well. Thanks.